I can stay. You get started first, okay?
Okay.
How is everything for you? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah. Um, do I do recursion 2 or string?
Recursion too,
Okay.
because it's consistency. It's just a problem. You would actually finish that. Level 2 is harder, okay? It's
Mm,
harder. So take your time, no rush, okay?
okay.
You struggle is okay, but if you still have problem, we'll discuss. So
Mm,
it's okay. If you have question, you can ask me. I will actually discuss with you.
okay. Wait, I need to use like a helper function, right? Because it returned a Boolean. So it can't really like,
This one, no. This one you don't need a helper function, no. Other label two, yes, but this one, no. This one you don't need a helper function.
Okay.
Okay, you continue, okay? I'll come back to look at you, okay? You will
Okay.
longer time, but I don't want to take away, give you pressure and then give away your thinking time, okay?
Okay.
Stephen, your turn, Stephen. One moment. Go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. This one, this window size 2, that's actually correct, okay? You actually should, at the first moment, need to use -1. This part is a little bit over. You need to check it's actually nums I equals 6. And then the second number is a 6 or 7. Okay, so you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one divided by 2 equals 0 is 1, 2, 3. So basically, this one you actually do not need to repeat this. Okay. Okay, next one, go back to Kirsten. Kirsten, let's discuss. Let me see how far you go.
Okay.
So tell me, share your screen and tell me what
So
you so far.
I was trying to like subtract the number you're at from target, and then if the number you're at right now is larger than it, then it can't be possible. But then it doesn't work because if you have like 248, it's gonna add the 4 and it's gonna say false because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
yeah.
answer is 2 plus 8, but it's gonna count 4.
No. This one is called group sum. Okay, so given the array of integers, so this one, the number, I'm sorry, the star is a wrongly index. That's correct. Okay, so you basically this one work like I, you actually go I plus 1. Okay, I plus plus. So this part is okay. But what actually you do have a problem is this part you do group sum like this is not enough.
Hmm.
So basically what happened is like let's assume that you actually initially you do group sum 0. Okay, you initially is doing group sum 0, right? You get started from group sum 0. And then your numbers still numbers, and then you have target, right? You try to check these. So this one, you check this one, you would actually work on the array. The first element, let's assume this is non-zero, okay? This one can be in the sum or not in the sum. So let's assume that this is 2, 4, 8. 2 can be, 2 is in or out. So if two is in, that's one case. Then you actually eventually you'll find 2 plus 8 equals 10. So that actually is okay. There's existing some solution. The other part is that you may have two not in. Two not in, you actually would have, you only try 4 and 8. 4 and 8 is impossible to make a sum of 10. So this one, no. But it's two because you all together. So basically, you will have a solution. So what happened is this one you actually you have the
Wait, so
this one you have the in part. So what happened is like first one you will start greater or equal to none. This one equal to lambda length. That means that your index is out of bound, then you will return false. Second one, you don't need it. Okay, I'm sorry. This one
okay.
you return. I'm sorry. This one you return. No, this one you return. Target equals 0. Okay. So,
Mm.
so you actually minus that and you continue to do it because you consider it's included. Then this one you will or what? Or
Or like
and the
just
school from or star plus one nums and target because it's not included. So you do target.
oh,
Then
okay, okay.
that's it.
Mm.
So basically this one is two in, two not in, right?
Mm.
And then two in has 4 in and 4 not in. And then
Oh,
I mean all of these. Okay?
okay. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. You continue. Okay, next one, let me go back to Stephen. Stephen, your turn. Stephen, do you know what they are asking for this one?
Yeah,
What are they asking for?
it's like finding the pattern
What kind
and
of
then
pattern?
add by 5 minus, and then the third value has to um be at least 2 or less from 2
So they are
count.
looking for a plus 5 and then a minus 1, but this one need to be plus minus 2 range. Okay? These days, the a minus 1, you do not consider a minus 1. Where is the a minus 1? It's a plus 5 and a minus 1 pattern, but this one needs to be plus minus 2 range. Minus 1. Read the problem carefully. You are not reading it carefully.
Yeah.
Okay, this one go back to Kirsten. Kirsten, your turn.
Wait, which one do I go to? Because I finished
You
that.
finish warm up 2.
Yeah.
Then you try array 2 or string 2 or logic 2.
Okay.
Okay. This one, let me have steepen your turn. Why this one? What does it really means?
So I can find the remainder, like remaining bricks I need to finish. So
But if your goal is 10, but my big is 5, what happened?
yeah,
The whole thing is wrong, redo everything. The whole thing is wrong, redo everything. You haven't solved the problem yet. Why this one is false?
because that means there's like too many large bricks.
Hmm?
There's too many. Oh wait,
Too many large brick doesn't mean it will be false. Read the problem carefully. Don't type it. Don't type anything yet. Using your pen and pencil to actually doodle it, actually draw the diagram if you need. Don't type anything yet. Make sure you understand the problem. So tell me what the problem would need you to do.
it's like
Huh?
see if you have enough big bricks
It doesn't
and small.
ask you if there is enough big grade. What do they ask for?
If you can achieve the goal by the curved bricks.
Yeah, correct brick, but they do not ask for whether they have enough big brick or not. So you have, say, you have a goal. Let's assume your goal is 28, and then you have let's assume you have 10 big one. 10 big one, you may need to use 5 of the big one, but you still need to check if the small is enough to cover the 3 left. And then if you actually have only 2 big ones, so you actually this one take 4, 5, 5. So you still need to check if the small one can cover 18 of them. This problem happened in Python twice. Okay, so look like you did not pick up the method. You still need to think about it carefully from scratch. Don't copy, okay? No matter what you learned before in Python, it actually, you never remember it so far. There are two cases you need to consider. Number one, let's assume you have 28. First case is that you can use your big one is enough. Enough means that is as many as you can use. Let's assume that you have more than or equal to 5. Then your big one, you can use 5 or more. You actually can use 5. Then the remainder 3 need to be taken care of by small one. And that's first case. The second case is that you do not have enough big one to use. Let's assume you only have 2 that you can use. So this one take over 5. So you have still remaining 18 you need to take care of. These two cases you need to handle. So it will not be a single return statement. Are you okay so far?
Yeah.
First one, how to determine your big one. You can use as many big one as you want. How many
Yeah.
big one can you use? How
That's a
many
mod.
pi can you use? You given go given big, but how many big one you can use?
Yeah, to
So you
divide it.
totally your goal is 28, right?
Yeah.
And then if you have more than 5, you will use 5. If you have only 2, you will use 2.
Yeah.
So whether you use 5 or use 2, how can you determine it?
You can divide it by 5 and take whatever's the integer, and then you multiply it
Whichever
out.
integer. You divide by 5 and then
And then it's gonna be 5. And then the remainder is
going
gonna
to
be
be 5, but you use 5, you may not use 5, you may use 2. Now depending on your big. So basically this one, the first one you do is the big one you will use is depending on your the big one that you will use, let's assume is B. Okay, so this B number will depending on if the big one bigger or equal to goal, then you use goal divided by 5. That's the number of the big one you use. Otherwise, you use the big one's number. So that's this is the B that you will use. The big one that you use. So you will return if the small one that's greater or equal to goal minus the big one that you use times 5. This one will be the answer. Okay, redo it. Do like you never remember it. Okay. You need to redo it. I just give you the idea, but you have to redo it by yourself. Okay. I'll come back.
Okay.
Your problem is that you did not really remember the method. In this way, we teach you 1,000 times, you still never remember. You do not spend enough time in CS so far. Okay. That's what I can tell you. If you
Okay.
want to major in CS, that's way not enough. Next one, let me have Kirsten. Kirsten, your turn.
I need a helper function for this, right?
Yeah, this one you need a helper function, yeah.
Okay.
Do you know what they want so far?
Yeah, it's like you have to make two groups of integers that have the same sum.
Hmm. So basically, this one you actually, let's assume you are A0. A0 will be in group one or A0 in group two,
Yeah.
something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
You did not call the helper function.
Oh.
Okay, good job. Next one, go back to Stephen. Stephen, your turn. What do you want to do?
Right now I'm trying to like find whichever. Wait. Oh, the big one I need to use.
Yeah, so P1, what you want to use is what?
Hmm.
You use a pencil and paper to draw it, making sure you really understand which one it is before you come to do coding, okay? What I want you to draw is that you need to really understand, not remembering the code. If you try to remember the code, you will not reach it. So a couple of months later, after we do this Python last year, right? But now you forget everything. But it's because very surely last year you do not understand. You never understand this problem.
Yeah.
So don't do coding right now. Just really understand what it is. Try to draw the diagram that I draw to really understand it. I don't care right or wrong. I really care about whether you really understand it or not. Because right now, if I teach you how to solve it, 5 months later, you will still forget it. That's not a purpose of coding training. So you draw a diagram here, you have a 28, right? It's 28, and then the maximum big one that you can use will be right here. So this maximum big one that you can use actually is 28 divided by 5 times 5. So this is 28 divided by 5 is the maximum big one that you can have. But your big may have greater or equal to this number, or it may be less. So this big one that you use is actually the minimum of the two numbers. So the way that you did is also okay. You can use a conditional statement, or you actually use a master mean. Master mean is also okay. So this one is actually use a master mean for the second method.
Wait, Dr. Zhou, what do I do after I finish the recursion?
You finish recursion, you go to the level 3.
Should I do string or array? Should I do string or array?
Either way. We don't
Okay.
need you to do which one.
Okay, thank you.
Big divided by, I'm sorry, this is go divided by 5. You have to really understand it, okay? So far, you still haven't.
Yeah.
Redo it again.
Okay.
Try different way. I give you the conditional, and I also give you the minimum. But try a third way to solve it. There are several ways you can solve it. But do not copy the way that I told you, because that already is an answer, you know. Trying different way, you will really see the problem. Okay? Go back to Kirsten. Kirsten, your turn. You did not
Oh.
take care of this. And you do not take care of the uppercase. You redo everything. You actually right now you are trying to just arbitrarily do everything, delete everything. This is not a clean answer. Let me repeat one more time. You actually forget two things. One is you do not take care of the capital letters. Second, you do not take care of the alphabet. I'm sorry, symbols.
Okay.
Do answer after you handle this. Always do not just put on your band-aids. That's a problem. You put on the band-aid, you just try to fix some problem. But if there are some problem that you haven't seen or you forget to see it, you are in big trouble.
Okay.
So always, if you are wrong, go back to think about what did I do wrong.
Mm.
So in order to know what you have to look at the test cases.
Yeah.
Why I'm wrong in those situations. So here, how are you going to deal with these symbols? Let's assume that what are you going to deal with the symbols?
I'm just gonna check, so like if it's a character and the next character is not a letter, then it's the last letter of the word. And I'll check if it's Y or Z.
That's okay, but that's not really easy.
Mm.
Now there will be a easier answer, but this one is not easy if you do that way. You always need to check two letter, but the last letter A, it may not have the neighbor.
Mm.
Then you need to have a special case. So that actually is not a clean answer. It will solve the problem, but it's not a clean answer, not an easy clean answer.
I can like split the string
Yes,
like
you can
into
split the string. Lowercase is okay, lowercase is okay. But before you split, do one more thing. You can process the string first. So that's the string you have A, B, C, semicolon, D, E, F. You split, then you need to split by space or symbols.
Mm.
Practically, you cannot do it. So what you need to do is, why not you convert this one to A, B, C space, D, E, F, and then split from here.
So
Can you do that?
like convert all the special characters to a space.
Yes.
Okay.
Then your answer will be very clean. Then you do
Mm.
one split, you will do everything.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You see, coding, a lot of part is the planning part, more
Mm.
important than the coding itself. Because you can learn whatever coding I taught you, that's easy, right? So,
Mm.
but the planning part is harder because most of the time you don't. Then you need to have a string. Let's assume that you have a string R, a new or something called R equals empty string. So R plus equals empty string right now, right?
Yeah.
In the if. Yeah. So now you actually have it processed. Now the data is processed. Now you can split it. Yes. After you split, what you do?
Mm.
No.
Is it like a
You just use the end with, yeah. Yeah. Okay, planning, okay, planning. So don't do coding because you are already at the level 3. So planning is more important than coding now, okay?
Okay.
Otherwise, you will waste your time, just do a lot of stupid things over and over again.
Okay.
It's not, you will solve the problem if you keep using the so-called I plus 1 approach.
Mm.
right? You will eventually solve it, no matter how difficult it is. Even if you check with all possible symbols, you will still do it. But the problem is that if you check all of the possible symbols, how long will be the if is?
Okay.
That if is awfully long, okay? So you don't want to do that.
Okay.
Okay?
Right.
Next one, Stephen, your turn. So most of the time I teach both of you, not because I want to actually have problem with you, but because I need to teach you the right way to think, okay?
Okay.
The right way to think is more important. Later, when you do some of the competitive programming problem like user code, it's not the coding itself make a difference. Everybody know Python, so it's not the coding itself make the difference. What make the difference is your thinking process, whether it's clean or not clean. Okay, one more. This one is easy. Wait. This one is say that one of the value is 13, then does not count toward the sum, and the value to the right don't count. So if A is 13, A doesn't count, B, C doesn't count. So why you actually plus equals C?
Well, because I thought that was only the
You do
next value.
everything, yeah, you do everything. So if A equals 13, what should you do?
Return 0.
Return 0, yeah. And then if B equals 0, what should you do?
B? Just
B equals 13, then what should you do?
plus A.
So you just return A. You don't plus A, you just return A, you only have A. So C equals 13, what should you do?
Just return A plus B.
Yeah. Otherwise, you return what? You don't have sum, delete this sum, this is useless. Otherwise, return what? None of them is 13, what do you do? Delete the first line, you don't need the integer sum equals 0. So thinking, okay, you will also have the problem. You do not spend enough time to do this thinking. You just want to get the job done. That's the problem. So far, you show very clearly you just want to get every job done quickly. That's your main problem so far, including the homework. Okay? Next one, let me have Kirsten. Kirsten, your turn. I know everyone want to have a jot down easier, but that's not the way that we do CS, okay?
Mhm.
We want details. We want make sure you understand everything. No, this one, wait. This one is say that actually is case sensitive.
Oh,
Okay, read problem, okay?
okay.
You always ignore it. So Kingston, I don't have problem with your coding skill, but I do have problem for your reading problem skill, okay?
Okay.
Even for the homework, the same thing.
Okay.
You tend to interpret the problem in different way than general people's thinking. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you go to user code's problem is sometimes not that hard, but sometimes their English is very poor. Especially these people are not English major. Most of them are like computer guru. So their English is sometimes very hard to understand. Okay. So you got to really understand what they really want. You need to guess. Sometimes you need to guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
The user code problem, sometimes I don't understand, not just you. I don't understand the user code problem. Not because I don't know how to do coding, but because I really don't know their English.
Okay.
Sometimes I cannot interpret it. Okay.
Okay.
Good job. Next one, let me have Stephen. Stephen, your turn. I think when you mean this one is 10, right? Now how to make the next 10.
Um,
You are 5, you need to plus 5, right? You are 6, you need to plus 4. You are 7, you need to plus 3. So what is this plus part? No. This is plus part. What is this plus part? This is more modular by 10. You actually 5, you need to plus 5, but 6, you plus 6. No, it's not.
Oh,
Actually, this one is 10 minus the need non-modular 10. This need is 10 minus non-modular 10. You are wasting your code. This whole thing, you do not need to work on so many variables. You are actually creating trouble. You just do whatever return none plus 10 minus none modular 10. Let's look at this one. You actually need to work on the remainder much more. Here you are 5 or more, that's assume you 6. This part you need to minus is 10 minus 6 is 4. That's the part you want to add. If you are 4 only, this part you want to get rid of is nums modular 10. Okay? You still have problem working on this hard function too much, it's actually too complicated. Same thing, this problem we solved it in Python, and why you are still struggling right now means you haven't remembered it. Your problem is not you actually don't know the language. Your problem is that when you do coding practice, you are just trying to get the answer done. You never really dig deeper into the problem to really remember the problem, how to solve the problem, okay? That's why you need to work in on right now, okay? Is that okay?
yeah.
This is one way that you can solve it. There's another way you can solve it is, don't do this. Again, you can use a rounding to do it. So rounding to do it is, you can directly return, okay? This one, you cannot do rounding with the integer, but you can do rounding divided by 10 to do rounding. So you can do this one, it divided by 10, okay? And then you actually, if you plus 5, that would be the number. So you do number plus 5. Divided by 10. Okay, this whole thing, you quantize it by integer. And this thing, you times 10. That would be giving you a shorter answer. This one, given the fact that your rounding function is x plus 0.5, taking the integer, is the same as you do method wrong of x. So the number divided by 10 times 10, you will round into the next 10. Okay, this part you have to work in on it, okay? You really haven't really learned it yet. Okay, you finish the problem, but you still need to work harder on here. You do not dig into the problem deep enough so far. Don't just try to get the job done. That's not enough. You need to repeatedly solving the same problem several times with different methods. Okay?
Okay.
That's the part you need to pick up right now. If you want to go to advanced CS, okay? If you don't want to, that's okay. We don't force you to do it, okay? Okay, finish up the problem. You need to run 10 for 3 numbers. So this is solve the problem. So you really need to understand what I'm not doing here, okay? Both will solve the problem, but you need to look at why this work, why this won't work.
Yeah.
Okay, and also you can redo it by the way that you want by yourself. Okay, and then you compare 3 methods, this answer, and the one you work on. Why this is easier to do? Okay. We have limited time, so I cannot in the classroom to teach you all 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different methods. But even struggling with any one of them is good. Okay. At this moment, you want to go to more advanced coding, so you cannot just be satisfied by one answer. That's not enough. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. Let me have Kirsten. Kirsten, your turn. Okay. Next one more. No little return M. You're still rushing yourself, okay? Rushing yourself means like this one will create trouble. Wait, don't change it. I told you I have my own meaning.
Oh, okay.
So you have to understand why I say that.
Mm.
So at this moment, this I equals 1, I this is okay.
Yeah.
Your purpose is you want to find the cut points. What is the cut point? You want to have A, B, C, D, E, F. You want to see the cut point, so your cut point is right here. These are the cuts.
Mm.
So these are cuts that actually okay. You do need to have the cuts. So this one, I start the first cut is right here, one that actually okay, because if you see this is 0 cut. So here, this cut is what? The last one is actually cut is the length. But
Yeah.
this cut, you don't have the current number. You have to check. You will force it to be cut. Other one, you will compare the difference.
Mm.
But there is a case, the last one, you do not compare the case. So this one is too easy. You do not take care of the ending one. That's what I say.
Oh.
You do not check if I equals st at the length. This one would be equal. But the two vector not the same, or the I equals st at the length, then that's an ending. That's an ending.
Huh.
Ending, you will finish up the length of the previous row. So here you did not take care of it. Redo it, okay? Redo it. This part, you redo this part. Thinking about it before you do coding, draw diagram before you do it, okay? Don't rush to do coding now. Taking care of the two cases that you have, you may have A, B, this difference, that's it. But there's another one ending here, there's no neighbor you need to check. You also need to check the last one, you do not have the neighbor. Then you cannot compare I and I minus 1 or I plus 1. You cannot compare that. Right?
Yeah.
You take care of these first. Thinking about it before you do coding. Don't rush yourself, okay? Everybody want to just do typing, but that's not a good habit.
Mm.
Basically, eventually you will solve the problem, but I don't want you to keep clicking go for 2,000 times before you get in the answer, okay?
Mm.
That's wasting your time. Take your time, no rush.
Wait, but if I go through the string and like compare with the previous character, then the last character I'll compare with the character before it, so it's not going to check anything after. So like, if I start at 1,
Yeah,
and
but that the last character you compare is right here or right here.
I'm
You
comparing it with
add one
the
here.
previous one,
Yeah,
the
you
one
add one here. The last round is up to here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I start with 1, and then so 1's for each character, right? And
Okay,
then
you finish that. I'll see what you do. Okay.
okay.
Right here, you do I, and the last one you do is n minus 1. So you basically doing this one, and the last one you do is up to here. But you may have an ending right here. That's the problem. You still haven't seen my problem. Okay, you keep doing it. I will tell you will see.
Like that.
Okay, you work on it. I don't want to tell you now, okay?
Okay.
Because I see the problem, but you actually haven't figured it out yet. So I want you to figure it out. Okay, I'll come back, okay?
Okay.
No rush. Struggle is good, okay?
Okay.
I do see the problem, but you do not see it. At this moment, if I tell you what is the answer, you still won't see it, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So you better struggle by yourself, okay?
Okay.
Next one, let me have Kirsten, your turn. We are 9 o'clock, so this will be the last one. And Kirsten, you keep thinking it, okay?
Okay.
It's okay. Next time I'll tell you maybe 2 or 3 more different way to solve the same problem.
Okay.
Nicer way, okay? But
Mm.
we'll see.
Okay.
But you remember to remind me, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
That's not the only way you can solve it. And the way you choose is okay, but not a good way to do it. Okay. Any questions so far? We are over 9
No.
o'clock. Any questions so far?
No.
Okay. Good night then. So both of you need to spend more time to working on the problem that you did not solve, okay? That means that if I give you the hint or you actually I give you the answer, you got to deeply go into the problem, struggle by yourself, really understand the problem. Otherwise, if 5 months later we come back, you still forget it, that's not good enough, right? You actually don't want to do that because we don't want you to go into the competition and then cannot solve some problem. Then that's the problem, okay? Okay, good night then, bye-bye.
Dr. Zhou.